I've come to Luang Prabang to discover the flavors of Laos. I'm going to be eating ant egg salad, which also includes live ants.
Are we going to climb up there?
I don't think so. I'm going to be eating the larva of silkworms. This is literally silkworm poo?
Yes.
And while all this may sound strange, it's also wonderful. This is amazingly delicious food, and for me, it's a real voyage of discovery. Spicy. I love all of the flavors of Southeast Asia, and I've always been curious about what Laotian food is like. I've never had Laotian food. It's food that you can't find outside of the country, so if you want to learn what the food is, you have to come here. Luang Prabang is one of Laos's biggest cities. The city of the Golden Buddha, loud motorcycles, pungent scents, and crowded streets. But just outside the city is the tranquil oasis of the Tamarind Cooking School, which is run by a Lao named Joy and his Australian wife, Caroline.
I met Joy when I was a tour leader, and he just seemed so funny and charming to me that we agreed to meet up. We were wandering the markets and trying foods that had strong flavours, different flavours. There was sourness, there was bitterness, there was saltiness, and there was spiciness. And it was unlike anything I'd tried before.
So banana leaf in Laos we use for everything, for the ceremony and for cooking.
Joy is a great and passionate cook, and Caroline is someone who knows how to translate the flavors of this country for a foreign audience.
And you can taste the flavour of the banana leaf can you taste that?
Yes, yeah, you can. This is a virtually unknown cuisine, and it deserves to be better known. It is a cuisine of texture and really unusual flavors, and it's very, very delicious. We've come to discover the taste of Laos. While I'm here, I'm going to be exploring sticky rice, which is the staple food of Laos, and the local chili paste called GEO. Next, Joy and I will forage for ant eggs to prepare an ant egg salad. We'll make a specialty of the school, chicken stuffed lemongrass, and a specialty of Luang Prabang, or lam, a local stew. Joy's sister will help us prepare sweets to give as alms to the monks. And finally, I'll be sampling fried silkworms and silkworm poo tea. So what are we going to do first?
Yeah, first we're going to make the sticky rice. Before we cook, we always soak it first at least 5 to 10 hours.
5 to 10 hours?
Yes, when you break it, means ready to cook.
Every Laotian meal begins and ends with sticky rice. It is the staple food.
And then it gets steamed about 20 minutes until the colour changes just ever so slightly, and then it gets flipped, steamed a further short period of time, and it's done.
At the heart of the Laotian kitchen is the dao lo, which is a tin-covered clay pot. It's a way of containing heat that is small and efficient. So there are no ovens in Lao cooking?
No,
not many, no. Wet your hand a little bit, both them, and you roll it over.
Make it into a ball again.
Oh, make it into a ball.
And then you just put it inside there.
Okay.
Well done.
So, I mean, this is really like every day. People eat sticky rice every day.
It's not just every day, it's every meal.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and
3 times
dinner.
a day.
Farmers working out in the rice fields, chances are they will take a thing of sticky rice and a thing of gel, and that's their meal for the day.
Now we move on to GEO, homemade chili paste, which is the other staple of the Lao diet. And these are people who are major chili lovers.
When we make a gel, we use the green chili a lot, and then we're going to take the stem off. We say if you don't take it off, bad luck.
I'm pretty superstitious too, so never again will I not take the tops off. We roast the chilies and various vegetables to make 2 kinds of GEO. 1 eggplant, 1 tomato. Oh, look at this garlic, it's
This
tiny.
one we call the Lao garlic.
Lao people like food that actually takes a lot of work.
Laotian food goes towards the sour, the bitter, and the textural. All food here is made to seem bigger by the addition of spices. The mortar is kind of a constant of Lao cooking.
Yes, we use for everything.
And of course, the other thing is everything you eat with your fingers. And I love eating with my fingers. But food here is eaten communally, so there are many, many rules of etiquette.
Then when you dip into the food, use your two finger and thumb for not polite. So, and then we dip it in, if you leave the rice behind into the food, a bad manner.
But you want to make a really tight ball.
Yeah, that's why we tight ball it. It's spicy.
That's delicious. So it's only one bite, you don't go back.
No, you don't double dip, definitely not.
Okay, what's next?
Next, we are going to make lap. We're going to do with the ant's egg.
Ants' eggs?
Ant's egg, yeah.
Ants' eggs?
Ant's egg, yes.
We're now going to make lap, a popular Lao salad made with koi, or ants' eggs, that we're going to forage ourselves from the jungle.
Troy grew up in a small country town a couple of hours outside of Luang Prabang. He grew up not knowing how old he was. He was fairly uncared for as a child. His mother had died not long after he was born.
But most of them, they like to live on the mango trees.
Where is it?
I see the nest over there.
He spent weeks at a time with his father in the rice fields harvesting the rice, and they had to forage for their own food.
I used to go every day to get them.
You did this every day?
Yeah, after school, just for dinner.
So he learnt a lot about what you could get from the jungle, how to use meagre or scant ingredients in order to prepare a dish.
How are we going to get it?
Are we going to climb up there?
I don't think so. I felt really taken aback by this one because nobody warned me that we're going to have to face millions of angry ants to capture the ant eggs.
It's good to get in the morning because in the morning they don't move much, so they're a bit sleepy.
But of course it's now not the morning, so they're not sleepy and they're going to be mean and nasty and angry. I mean, this is a way for people who really need protein to get it, but it comes at a price. Ow! 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 Oh! God, they're in my shoes. I am wearing the stupidest shoes for this. Ah! Joy comes down, puts the ant nest in a basket. These ants come foaming out. Millions of angry red ants just foaming out of the basket. It's quite a sight. Ow! How many people did these ant eggs we just got? How many people will that feed?
It's about 2 people.
2 people. So we just got tortured for 2 people? Ow! In the kitchen, the task at hand is to separate as much as possible the ants from the ant eggs.
We don't want too much the red ant because they're too sour.
So these strings of ants,
Yeah.
I sort of love the way they come off in strings. They're like seaweed almost.
If you leave it there about 5 or 10 minutes,
Uh-huh.
so they come alive.
They come alive again?
They'll reanimate,
Oh.
yeah.
God! It's like a horrible horror show. To make the koi, we're using banana flour. I've seen banana flour before. They're really beautiful. I've just never seen them eaten.
Banana flour gives texture. It's not there for its taste, and it certainly doesn't taste like banana.
We're also using a number of different herbs. Lemongrass,
Little mint.
galangal, and I love the way that Joy has of grating this, where he cross-hatches it very finely and then shaves it off.
This is what you do if you don't have a grater. Amazingly resourceful.
We're also, of course, putting chilies, a kind of coriander I've never seen before, sawtooth coriander. We're putting so many herbs into this. Are we actually going to be able to taste the eggs?
Mostly you can't taste any egg or ants. Mostly you taste more like a herb.
The eggs and the ants are just protein, basically?
Yes, it is.
So far, it doesn't seem all that strange, except for the ants. And there's another one escaping from the bowl. 2 of them escaping. Oh, God, look, these ants are running all over the place. Any minute now, they're going to start biting us. Now, so we're going to eat these guys who are almost alive?
Yes.
I'm sorry. They're going to be tickling all the way down.
Yeah, then we're going to mix it up.
Let's do it. Oh, we're done? I think it's really important to eat them before they eat you. It's actually, that bite I just had was delicious. It was really delicious. But this may be the single strangest thing I've ever eaten. Buddhism is central to Lao life. Just about every family in Laos has at least one son who becomes a monk for a few years or even a lifetime. When Joy was 10 or 11, he was sent to the big city of Luang Prabang to go to the temple, and that's where he got an education. He stayed there through high school.
As a novice monk in the temple, Joy was a little bit cheeky. He and his friends used to sneak into the kitchens in the very, very early hours of the morning and cook themselves up some food, so he had a chance to hone his skill.
It's a tradition for regular people to give alms to the monks. So Caroline is taking me to Joy's sister's house, where we're going to make sweet sticky rice treats. This is a traditional Lao kitchen. It is outside under a sheet metal roof. There's no running water in the kitchen. There are just a couple of dao lo.
So we've opened the coconuts and now we're going to grate them ready to make coconut milk.
What is this coconut grater called?
Hong katai. Do you want to give it a go?
It's really a privilege to be invited into Joy's sister's house. And it's why I like taking these immersion-based cooking classes so much. It gives you a way to enter the life of real people. I bet she thinks I'm incredibly slow. She's not denying it.
She's not. You need to mix the water in with the coconut in order to create coconut cream.
Once we've made the coconut cream, we're heating it. We're adding the purple sticky rice, then sugar and a little bit of salt, and cooking it all together. The result is something that is very sweet and sticky and delicious. Oh, it's like candy. No wonder Joy was sneaking out to try and make more of it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap some of the rice in the banana leaf, and we're going to put some banana, and then we're going to steam it a little bit further.
The wrapping of the sticky rice in the banana leaves is a kind of meditation all by itself. It seems very appropriate that this is going to be alms.
We're going at dawn to give these to the monks as they wander the streets every single day, collecting alms in their bowls.
In Laos, monks get the vast majority of their food by begging in the streets. And it begins with the banging of a drum, and then the monks from all of the temples make this circuit through the streets in this beautiful procession of saffron robes. It's paved with kneeling people who offer alms as they pass. And in giving the alms, you are getting merit. For me, there's something particularly wonderful about engaging in this ritual with Joy, who was a monk for 7 years and who started as one of these very tiny little novices when he first started begging for food in the streets, because he really knows what it means to get more than just sticky rice, to get these wonderful little packages of coconut-sweetened rice. Starting to understand that, maybe with the exception of sticky rice, herbs are the most important part of Lao cooking. Ooh, beautiful chilies.
The green one.
So Joy and I head out to Tamarin's garden to collect the herbs we will need for the next dish, lemongrass stock stuffed with chicken, which is one of Joy's own inventions.
And the kaffir lamb.
We start by adding our herbs to some ground chicken. So it's more herbs than chicken, really.
Yes, so we call it green chicken. Now we're going to put inside the lemongrass.
This is going to be interesting.
So what you need to do, put your knife in all the way through and then drag the knife down so that it creates a kind of basket.
Oh, it smells so good when you're doing this.
It does, doesn't it?
Good. Then you stand up, use your thumb to find one spot like a basket. We start with a little bit, then you just put it in like that. Use the end of the spoon, push it in.
Oh, so you're really getting a lot in there.
Push it in.
Okay, so then you want to close it up.
Yeah.
You made it look like it was a complete piece of cake. It's not. Well, that doesn't look so bad when you did it. It's great.
We're going to deep fry the lemongrass in soybean oil.
Yeah, that's good.
I love the fact that they have their own little handles. The result is, it is really wonderful. This is fried food that feels healthy. It's sort of like a fried salad. Oh, it's so good.
Packed with herbs.
All those herbs. Laos is a poor country and the people here eat everything. There is nothing that is possibly edible that is not eaten here. So if you have a silk weaving company, you will use the silkworms as food and you will even use their poo.
Sabadi.
Kawedi?
This one is snack, the silkworm. We fry the silkworm.
Oh, yum.
This one, the pot of the silkworm poo tea.
This is literally silkworm poo?
Yes,
Now, why do I want to drink this?
because the silkworm poo tea is good for health.
Does it taste good?
Tastes like a green tea.
But it's not tea. It's
This
silkworm
one,
poo.
silkworm poo tea, but it's good.
Okay, I'm waiting for the poo to settle.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink the poo itself.
drop
I
inside, yeah.
just want the tea. No, it's sort of, yeah, it's good. It's smoky. It's sort of like lapsang souchong tea. So, how do you cook these silkworms?
We take the silkworm and then to make the cocoon, and we cut the cocoon, take the worm inside, then we go to the fry with some sauce a little bit. I like it. Did you want to try some?
I thought they'd be hard. They're sort of soft. They're good. They're actually delicious. They have the texture of egg, kind of, but the flavor is kind of nutty. It's like a soft nut.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very good. Thank you so much. This has been so interesting. Fosi Market is the food market in Luang Prabang. And this is where you get a real sense of how the Lao eat.
And this one, ginger.
I will never forget the aroma of this market. It's mingled fish paste and chilies and drying meats. It's very funky and oddly delicious. And these are all different qualities of rice? Caroline, Joy, and I are collecting all the ingredients we need to make Luang Prabang's signature dish, or lam, a local stew that uses many exotic ingredients.
And this one, the eggplant, small one here.
Yeah, they're beautiful, those little eggplants. What is this? It looks like a piece of
This
wood.
we call the maisakan, pepper wood.
Pepperwood.
Yeah.
And is it a tree?
It's more like a vine.
You chew on the wood in the middle of the dish to add tingle and spice to your mouth.
Okay, so everything is pepper, spice, num,
Spice, num, yes.
except for maybe the eggplant, right?
That's right.
We're going to buy the buffalo skin.
This one still has the hair on it.
Yes, it's stronger, tastes better.
With the hair?
Yeah.
It's like a Lao bouillon cube?
Yeah, it's like a Laos stock cube.
The really pungent aroma of this market is coming from padek, which is the locally made, artisanally made fish sauce.
In the days before Lao people had access to imported things like fish sauce, salt, they will have used this to enhance flavour.
So she's going to give you a fish? Do you actually use the fish?
Some dishes use the piece of fish and some dishes use the water.
So the actual fish is stronger than the juice.
I love that this woman is wearing velvet in this heat. Hi.
We are going to make lam, and today we are going to do with the water buffalo. So we just need thin slices and the eggplant. If you want to know young or old, we tell by the leaf here. This one longer means young.
So you want to use the young ones because they have fewer seeds and they're less bitter.
So when you cook with the lemongrass, they always make trouble in the pot.
They make trouble in the pot.
So we can tie it up, twist it. So after you cook it, if you don't want to eat it, just take it out. It's easier.
So now we have a trouble-free lemongrass.
Yep. And this buffalo skin, we just straight in. Headstone, just the fungus mushroom.
Right.
A cloudier mushroom.
Yeah, we call it cloudy. And this peas eggplant, we just break it up. Then so we're going to barbecue the sticky rice.
It is just like toasting a marshmallow.
We're barbecuing the rice in order to build smoky flavour, and then we're going to pound it up and put it into the mixture. A lot of these things are about texture. Texture is very important.
My second, which is the pepper wood.
So we're not going to actually eat this, right? It's
We are going to eat it. We just shred the own skin off.
I'm trying to think if I've ever put a piece of a tree into anything I've cooked. It's a cross between pepper, cinnamon, and nutmeg. While the stew heats up, we cut up the usual bounty of Lao herbs that we will add just for the last minute of cooking.
So you ready to try this one?
Now it's in my own bowl. I can double dip, right?
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's not strong. Like everything here, the herbs dominate. Carolyn and Joy have invited me to a family picnic.
Hi.
Joy comes from a real food family, and part of the pleasure of this picnic is the cooking itself. We're grilling the fish on these wonderful bamboo sticks. We're making different kinds of geo, papaya salad. That's spicy.
She says it's not spicy.
Not spicy? It's easy to see why Caroline found it so hard to leave Laos. This is a place where family is very much at the center of everyone's life. And Rafi, their son, is being brought up surrounded by loving aunts and uncles. What a wonderful way to have a family. I've met many people who made a life in food, but I've never met a couple quite like Joy and Caroline. These are people whose passion for food has actually made them mirror the cuisine in their life. What they've done is taken that ethic of using everything and done something really extraordinary, created this beautiful school out of nothing but their passion for their food and for each other. Until I came to Laos, I thought I was a person who ate everything. Here I discovered that I haven't even begun to sample the menu of the world. This is really the most exotic food I've ever encountered.